Something was definitely wrong. A contractor's haunting discovery of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa Hackman's tragic deaths. Jesse Kesler had always cherished the years he spent working with the legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa Hackman. As the owner of Mud City Builders, Kesler had been a trusted contractor for the couple for more than 15 years. But as strange as it may sound, a single unanswered email would lead to the gut-wrenching discovery of their deaths, and a mystery that would haunt him forever. "I knew something was wrong," Kesler recalled, reflecting on his last exchange with Betsy nearly 3 weeks before their bodies were found. "I asked a simple question, and when I didn't get a reply, I thought to myself, this isn't like her. It didn't feel right." What followed was a growing concern that wouldn't subside. After 2 weeks of radio silence from Betsy, Kesler's worry deepened. "I started reaching out to others who knew them, asking if they'd heard anything. Everyone said the same thing, nothing. It was unusual for them to just vanish, especially without any notice." Something in his gut told him that something serious had happened, so Kesler took action. But how could he go about ensuring their well-being when he didn't even have direct contact with Gene's family? The actor had always been fiercely private, and Kesler was reluctant to make any waves. Still, as the days passed, the nagging feeling of dread pushed him to take one final step. He decided to visit the Hackmans' Santa Fe home unannounced on February 26. What Kesler found was nothing short of shocking. The suspicious details. Upon arriving, Kesler was greeted by a pest control worker leaving the property. He quickly inquired if anything unusual had been noticed inside the home. The worker's response would send chills down Kesler's spine: "The dogs are out." This was the first sign that something was terribly off. Gene and Betsy had always been meticulous about keeping their dogs inside. Kesler knew something wasn't right, and as he stepped into the house, his suspicions were confirmed. Police reports later revealed that the home was in disarray, an unlikely scenario given the couple's fastidious nature. "Every time I worked in that house, it was spotless," Kesler noted. The home was often a place of peaceful tranquility, not disorder. A heart-wrenching discovery. The moment Kesler walked through that door, he faced the unimaginable. He found his dear friends lying dead. The discovery was made all the more harrowing by the fact that he had to make the 911 call. "I knew I was being looked at, but I had no choice," he said. "It was extremely stressful." Kesler was questioned, his computers and phone taken for evidence, though he cooperated fully, desperate to help find answers. Authorities later revealed the tragic cause of death. Gene Hackman had passed away due to hypertensive atherosclerosis cardiovascular disease, with Alzheimer's disease being a significant contributing factor. He had likely been alone in the house for nearly a week before his death on or around February 18. Betsy, on the other hand, had died from hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, a rare but deadly disease transmitted from rodents to humans. Her death, too, was determined to be of natural causes, likely occurring around February 11. The aftermath. A missing goodbye. For Kesler, the loss was gut-wrenching. Not only had he lost 2 people he considered close friends, but he was also left without the chance to say goodbye. "I didn't even know about the funeral until I read it in the news. It hurt," he said, his voice tinged with sorrow. "We all wanted to pay our respects and get some closure, but it wasn't possible." To cope with the pain, Kesler is now planning to write a book, a collection of fond memories and anecdotes from his 16 years working with the Hackmans. "I just want people to know how wonderful they were," Kesler explained. "There's been a lot of rumors, like stories about tunnels under the house. People need to hear the truth. I have so many positive stories about Gene and Betsy, and I want to share them." Kesler's journey with the Hackmans, from his early days as a contractor to becoming close friends with the couple, had been one of the best experiences of his life. "It was a dream job," he said. "And when we lost them, I was devastated. They were good people. I was lucky to work with them, lucky to know them." Now, even in the wake of their tragic deaths, Kesler holds on to the good memories, memories that will live on through the stories he plans to share with the world. Tragic, yet strangely heartwarming, the tale of Jesse Kesler and his bond with the Hackmans offers a glimpse into the human side of celebrity. Behind the fame and fortune, there are people who deeply care about those they work for, people who become more like family. And sometimes, it's those people who feel the loss the most.